And it talks about poverty. So my challenge to you is, how are you spending yourself? And will you speak up for them? Because I guarantee if the tables are ever turned, we are going to be praying every day that somebody would speak up for us. And they are your brother, and they are your sister. Because this is a big old honking family of Christ. And it's not just the Americans that are in the family of God, it's all of us. So they're your brothers and your sisters, and that's something that I had to learn. So here's my challenge. And that was my 10-minute warning. There's about 160 students that go to this school, roughly, around there. Yeah, somewhere. Something like that, okay? There's about 160 of y'all. It costs us about average $7,000 to dig a well. Some of them cost like $6,100, some of them cost $7,400, depends on the materials that month. And the materials in Africa are just like crazy. So it costs us on average about $7,000 to dig a well, which will give people 500 people clean water for life. That is a lot of people. So basically it costs us about $14 a person to give them clean water. So if you take 160 of you, and I did the math real quick and I hope this is right, if each student would bring in about $25 a month between now and the end of school, which is like $1 a day. Less than $1 a day, because you got months that have 31 days, right? Less than $1 a day. If you would sacrifice, if you would spend yourself with less than $1 a day, every student in this school, you guys, by the end of school close this year, you will raise enough money to dig 4 wells, which would give 2,000 people clean water for life. For less than $1 a day, if this school would rise up and say, hey, we're going to spend ourselves with less than $1 a day, we can dig enough money, we can raise enough money to dig 4 wells, which would give 2,000 people clean water, which would really break 2,000 cycles of poverty, which would enable a whole heap of kids to be able to go to school, and to be able to get a better education and a better job, and be able to actually be a part of making their situation better. So that's kind of the challenge, and I'm just really proud of you guys. Thanks for inviting me in, and we're definitely going to be hanging out around, but I think there's a great program coming up, so if anybody else wants to talk afterwards, I'll be around. But check us out on Twitter and Facebook and all those social media type things. So, hey, when someone tells you you can't, you look them straight in the face and say, thanks for lying to me. Because you are the generation that is going to be able to do stuff like this. And you are the generation that God has tapped on the shoulder and said, I want you to rise up, and I want you to lead this whole country. And I want you to lead this whole thing. In fact, when God decided that He wanted to do revival in the Bible, He most often tapped the shoulder of a kid or a teenager. Read Josiah's story in 2 Kings. He tapped like a 6th grader and said, I want you to bring the Word of God back to a whole heap of people, a whole nation. So I believe in you. Your teachers believe in you, and I've spent my whole life, and I'm going to spend the rest of my whole life to get you people to understand that you are worth it, and you are the generation that's going to change it. And I think that John's going to tell you how, in some very specific ways, that you can help change that.
All right, thank you, Pastor Chris, for sharing. As he mentioned, he's from Green and Vote, and for those of you who don't know, most of you do, but for those of you who don't, I'm John. This is Madeline. We're from Teen Stanford Charities. We're a local charity made of all teens. There's actually no adult members, so we basically run the whole thing. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so we're here to tell you about the next project and what you can do about the desperate need for clean water in Africa. All right. All right, sorry about that. All right, so here's a little more background on who we are and what we do. You know,
this morning you hear a lot about kids, the younger generation, and not all of it's good. So this morning we want to tell you about a group of local teens that's doing some great things. They're working hard to make the community and the world a better place. And it all started because they wanted to open a lemonade stand.
Hi, my name is John. I'm the president of...
It's still summertime and school's out, but a group of students is at York Catholic High School making a pitch to the administration.
The president of each chapter would serve as the representative for their school for the KSFC charity.
They call their group Kids Stand for Charities, and they hope York Catholic will join other schools in a campaign to raise money for a nonprofit that builds wells in Africa. The principal was impressed.
A lot of people look down on this generation, but I see great hope for our future with our young people. And young people can make a difference. And one way to learn about that is taking on new challenges, even in high school.
We're making a difference in our communities.
Kids Stand for Charities is made up entirely of teenagers, and the idea was theirs as well.
We were looking for ways to give back to the community that we live in.
This whole idea actually started here in Madeline's backyard. You see, the kids wanted to set up a lemonade stand here and raise money for charity. But since they're by a park, the township said they needed a permit, $15 a week. But not if they were a nonprofit group. So the group started the process of being a registered nonprofit with the state. It turns out they don't have to be registered unless they bring in more money. But they went through the entire process and all the paperwork.
We'll review the documents.
James Sawyer with the State Bureau of Charitable Organizations helped them out.
I've been with the Bureau since 2008, and this is really the only time that I can recall having any teenagers call in or kind of be this professional.
We're going to have to give them instruction on the wells.
They've now decided to look beyond the lemonade stand. The group had their first outing earlier this summer, taking part in an adventure race in Pittsburgh and raising over $3,500. They hope it's only the beginning.
We are hoping that if there's this charity of all kids, that kids will be encouraged to get together and give back to the communities.
I think you've got to start somewhere. As a kid, you really have to take control. We definitely have power to give back.
And their youth has helped them along the way. They don't worry about potential obstacles.
They were able to achieve all of this because they didn't see all those things. All they saw was the hope for the future and all the difference they could make.
Even though we're children, we don't have jobs, we can still come together and we can change at least some aspect of other people's lives.
A group of teens who are out to prove you're never too young to give back.
A habit of giving back is just a wonderful habit for everybody to have. And the fact that they're learning this young is very inspiring.
And Kids Stand for Charities have made presentations at several schools this summer. They hope to have their charity drive in place at 5 schools this fall.
Basically, that video gave a little bit of our background and a little bit about the competition. Except the only thing in that video, our name has been changed to Teen Stand for Charities, because it's more accurate. So the competition part of it is CSY will be competing against some other local schools, including York Catholic, to see which school can raise the most money per person for digging wells in Africa. So just save up your coins and your dollar bills and everything so we can win the competition, so everyone knows we're going to win, right? Yes. So you can also get your churches involved. If you want to raise money at your churches, all that money will be counted towards our school. And also the winning school will receive a trophy and a plaque, and we are also hosting a gift card challenge. See that little bucket there? If you can throw a quarter in there while we're watching from a certain distance away, you will get a $10 gift card. So, yeah.
Okay, so as you know, Grain of Hope will be the charity that all the money raised from that well goes to. And here's a video on specifically what they do.
Outside the walls of Sunday morning, from some within, this is a song to confess our sins, lay it all out, try to begin again. To family who just can't believe in the Jesus that you see. On Sunday morning, this is a song for the cynical saints that burned out in hopes, the ones who've been cast away. I feel your pain. Please forgive our wastefulness.
Kind of running on short on time, folks. Let's get here.
Don't forget, there's more than this.
Alright, so a lot of you might be wondering right now, what's with this well? So the well is our change collector for raising money. So any money that you raise will go towards digging wells in Africa. So that's sort of like the symbol to remind you of what you're raising for.
All right, and this well was painted by Mark and Marina, who did a really good job. I'm not sure if they're here right now. They should be. Yeah, there they are. All right, can you guys give them a big hand?
All right, everybody. My name is Catherine.
And I'm Lindsay.
And we are the representatives from York Catholic High School. So basically, we're your competition, and you guys are going down.
No.
You can beat us?
No. Yes, yes.
All right, calm down. Well, in the good spirit of competition, we're going to play a little game. So I need all of you to stand up. Everyone quiet. Now basically what's going to happen is I'm going to call out, random characteristics, and if they pertain to you, you need to sit down. So the first one would be anyone with blue eyes. You need to take a seat.
I'm dead.
Is anyone in here a ginger? Is anyone here, their first or last name starts with an A? Anybody in here play soccer? Okay, quiet. All right, now for those of you standing, you guys would make up about 30% of the population of Africa, and you guys would be the only ones who survive. Every year, 70% of the people living in Africa die. So, give a big round of applause to all of you guys that survived. And your reward is candy for those of you winners.
I don't play soccer. Jordan! Jordan!
short on time, so we're just going to show you this awesome video that we kind of got together with a bunch of students. All right, so enjoy. And
hey guys, how's it going? I'm Mr. O'Brien, and what's going on in our generation today? Well, it seems like our generation is a me-centered generation. It's all about me. And sometimes we lack compassion for others. And so because of this, a me linebacker has visited various campuses. And I've even heard rumors that he's been on this campus.
Oh,
Yeah. You want my money for charity? I don't think so. How am I supposed to make it? Rain on all that.
OMG, I am so fat. I'm never eating anything but celery again. I don't have any money to give to charities. I mean, I need my pedicure redone, I need my manicure redone, and this jacket so didn't buy itself.
Well, Jesus up here commissioned the me linebacker to tackle selfish people. Selfish people fall. Their pride go away, and as a result, they will have a big heart. And Jesus can fill that heart because the me linebacker knocked the living me out of this individual. That had to
Sorry.
That is nasty.
Alright, so if you guys have any questions, can I have everybody on this list stand up? Everybody in charity? Only on the list, ladies and gentlemen. If you're on this list, sorry for the confusion. Thank you. Alright, so everyone that's standing up, just look around and wave. Alright, these are the guys that are like part of our crew. So if you have any questions, you can ask them. Okay, and one last thing. So some of you are probably wondering what the random thing counting down from 20 seconds, which is actually 23 seconds long because I couldn't find the right video to demonstrate that properly. Anyway, okay, so actually the reason behind this 20-second countdown is actually really sad. So every 20 seconds, someone in Africa dies from a water-related disease. So every time you see it reset, someone just died. So we really need you guys' help. Please help us out and help save some lives. Thanks.
You're dismissed.
Yep. I love my butt.
Wait, hold on. Sit down. I was just mixing it up.
Did you do that?
Okay, so can I have all my charity members that I talked to before just like come up and stand in their places? Yeah, okay, thanks.
Right. Okay guys, one last thing. Okay, I need volunteers for this. Who wants to volunteer? Anybody? Some buff men, maybe? Some buff men. Al and Bryce. Alright, here we go.
Let's go,
Okay,
Circle!
so you guys go over there. Down by the big, heavy buckets that will probably crush you. Oh, and middle school, you're dismissed. Sorry.
What?
Yeah, sorry. This will be bad timing.
I swear to God, middle school is even smaller and smaller every year. Right? I would have probably said,
Alright, so yeah, Bryce, the idea is you do what Al's doing there. I know it's tough. It's okay, you're a man. Alright, okay, so the winner of this race will receive a $10 iTunes card, so I suggest you go all out. Okay. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
How tight is working against them.
Come on out. Get up for Al. Right circle's the winner. Good try out. Give it up.